Friends, in previous lecture I have discussed alternative or non-conventional sources of energy, in which I have explained solar energy. Solar energy can be converted into electrical energy using solar panels, which is made up of solar cells. Then I have explained the use of solar cooker. Now we discuss another source of non-conventional energy, topic number 14.3.4, that is nuclear energy. Friends, genius scientist of 20th century Albert Einstein gave a famous relation between energy and mass as E is equal to delta mc square. This equation relates mass with energy. That is, mass can be converted into energy. For example, a heavy element like uranium, when bombarded by slow neutrons, then the uranium splits into almost two equal fragments. Let the mass of uranium be m, mass of one fragment be m1, mass of another fragment is m2. In this process, enormous amount of energy is released. This process is called nuclear fission. Now question arises, where this energy comes from? If mass of the uranium is slightly greater than the total mass of its fragments, then the difference of these mass, according to this Einstein's famous formula, difference of these mass delta m is converted into equivalent of amount of energy, which is called nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is generated by this method in a system called nuclear reactor at controlled rate. Nuclear reactor is a system which use nuclear energy by the nuclear fission to boil the water and convert it into steam. This steam is further provided to the turbine of a generator and electrical energy is generated. So, in nuclear reactor, nuclear energy produced by the number of successive fission, that is called the nuclear chain reaction. This energy is converted into energy associated with the steam of water, and then by generator it is converted into electrical energy. But the whole process is completely isolated and in a controlled rate. The whole process is under control. Besides uranium, other heavy elements which are called radioactive elements are used, namely plutonium or thorium. Such nuclear fuel are very rare in earth. It is not easily available in pure form like other metals do. There are some hazards of this nuclear reaction. The major hazards of nuclear power generation is the storage and disposal of spent or used fuel. So, first hazard is disposal and spent of used fuel, that is nuclear material. Second, the radioactive elements like uranium, actinium, polonium or thorium are rare elements. So the fuel, basic fuel, or we can say fission materials, are not easily available at every part of earth. The waste produced by waste of the reactor is radioactive. Radioactive means the waste after the nuclear chain reaction is over from the nuclear reactor, the waste is emitting high energy radiation which are called gamma rays. Friends, gamma rays are so energetic that it can affect the life on earth. So these are the major hazards. To install a nuclear reactor at particular post, it require very high cost. So these are the limitations or hazards of nuclear energy. That is why in chart we can say that the most of the energy source is that of fossil fuel like coal. The yellow part of this chart is wind energy. This green part is petroleum or natural gas. This part is hydro, while the blue part only 17%, 11 to 17% of power is produced by nuclear source. This is called nuclear energy source. Nuclear energy was first used for destructive purpose. Some of you might have heard about the atom bomb thrown to two big cities of Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This is the destructive purpose of nuclear energy. If nuclear chain reaction become uncontrolled, then it acts as nuclear bomb. For extra information, we discuss one more thing which you would like to know, the another process called nuclear fusion. In nuclear fusion, at very high temperature, extremely high temperature, two light nuclei are fused to form a heavy nucleus, and in that case also energy is released. This phenomenon is called nuclear fusion. An example is two deuterium nuclei. They are fused at high temperature to form a tritium nucleus. In this process also energy is released. Here Q is a symbol of energy released during nuclear fusion. These two are the deuterons, which are isotopes of hydrogen, and this is called tritium, which is also isotope of hydrogen. The mass of tritium is less than the total mass of two deuteron. This is nuclear fusion. The bomb prepared on the principle of nuclear fusion is called hydrogen bomb. It is challenging for controlled nuclear fusion. And my friends, you will be glad to know that India is a leading country in all over the world to perform controlled nuclear fusion. Friends, here non-conventional sources of energy is over. Now let's discuss topic 14.5, that is environmental consequences. Environmental consequences. The different type of energy source we use definitely affect environment and ecosystem, because the fuels, materials we use to produce energy are natural elements. Some of the elements are very rare, and when we use these as a source, then ecosystem and environment definitely disturb. Exploiting any source of energy disturb the environment in some way or the other. In any given situation, the source would be choose depends on factors such as the ease of extracting energy from that source, the economics of extracting energy from the source, the efficiency of the technology available, and the environmental damage